start with you once everyone's ready.
Yes, absolutely. Good evening, Nathan. Nice to meet you. Your first Premier League game as a manager, regardless of the result of the opposition, there must be a proud moment for you.
Oh, absolutely, but I don't just want to be a Premier League manager. That's not my ambition. I want to make sure that I'm successful and that, or relatively successful at the level. So, look, very proud moment. And as I said in recent press there, it would have been easy for me not to take the game today, because I've come in, I've only had one day to work with them, but that's not my character, that's not my style. I wanted to get in amongst it regardless of opposition. I wasn't there to get autographs or anything. I was there because I wanted to learn about my team, and learn about players, learn about myself, my staff, everything on one of the most toughest stages you can start. So look, I'm proud to be a manager, proud to be a Premier League manager, proud to have taken this game today. But I've learned a lot today, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, you mentioned the opposition there. It really couldn't have been much tougher a start. What were your thoughts on the game?
I thought we were really passive first half. I thought for the first 15-20 minutes, fine, no real issue. Conceded a really, really poor goal in terms of, we've got to be better than that from set play. Albeit we scored from a wonderful delivery. But then I felt we were really passive, and I felt we were just waiting for the inevitable to happen, and that's not teams that I have. We go after teams where, we punch above our weight, and today for 30 minutes we didn't do that. The goal for half time killed us, because 3-1 then it's very difficult to peg Liverpool back. But second half, really proud of how they reacted, really proud of the performance, how they went about it, young players, game changers that we brought on. And to be fair, Alisson's made 3 absolute wonderful saves to deny us, and that's the story of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, the reason this club's in the bottom three is largely missed chances, but today Alisson, great goalkeeper, as you mentioned, could have had 2 or 3 easily.
Well, look, I'm not sure it's quite that they've missed chances. We've only kept 1 clean sheet as a club, and that can't happen. You keep clean sheets, you win games, or you get points. You guarantee yourself to get points, and that's enough. So that's got to change. But I felt we were really passive first half. We allowed, top world-class players too much space, and if you do that, then that's borderline suicide, or footballing suicide, really. So that's something we'll address, something we'll work with. But as I said, I can look at all the negatives. We will work on the negatives, and we'll be better in the next game on the negatives. But the positive for me was the second half and how we came about and how we went about our work, and that's the main thing.
Just quickly on Romeo Lavia, looks to be just cramped when he came off there now. Is he okay? And it's a good time for him, 5 weeks off, to build back up to that full fitness, isn't it? Oh,
absolutely. You've got to realise he's only 18 years old, and to come and to play how he did at Anfield with that freedom and that thing, he shows he's a wonderful talent. But he'll get better, because we have to work with him in and out of possession. In possession, he's wonderful. Out of possession, we need to work with him, and he needs to get better. And once he does that, then he'll be some talent. But yeah, just cramp. A few of them, Bella Kocha has come back after shoulder problem, so he lacks the match fitness. And all these need guidance, need help, need work. And once they get that, then they'll be better for it.
Just finally for me, you any folks to know what the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks will look like for you? How you'll work with the squad, whether you'll take them away or how many games?
Yeah, we're pretty much set on what we do. I mean, first thing I'll do is try and sleep, because I've literally had a month of no sleep. I've literally 0 sleep. So I'm going to try and sleep and spend a little bit of time with my family. Then we'll be back in next week. We'll plan everything, and then we'll have just over 4 weeks to work with them before the Brighton game. We've got games arranged, we've a trip away, and then we'll obviously got the Carabao Cup leading us into the Brighton game. So look, it's an exciting few weeks to plan, but we have to make sure we do real stellar work, because if we do stellar work, then we'll come out a bit stronger.
Thank you.
Hi Nathan, you said yesterday that you wanted the players to do the basics right. You said you didn't have much time with them, but just get the basics right and you'd be happy with them. Are you happy with them for that?
No, and that's what we didn't do first half. We conceded from a free kick because we lost headers and we were too deep on a defensive line. Then we let runners go. We give people too much space, didn't close the ball down, and all those things. And they're the basics we didn't do. Let runners go off the back. We didn't defend the cage well enough, and all those things we didn't do well enough. And because of that, we've lost the game. As I said, second half we had a real good reaction, but we need to be better in both halves, both boxes, and if we do that, then we can start to build.
You can obviously learn things in training matches and things like that, but in an actual game, how much more have you learned about these players and about this squad?
Oh, massive amount. And I wouldn't have learned that in the stand. That's why I want to take the game today. As I said, it would have been not quite the cowardly way to do it, but probably the sceptical way. You could have looked in and thought, Liverpool away, can I sit in the stand, get away with this one? But that's not me. I wanted to come head on, learn against one of the best sides the Premier League has seen, because Liverpool in recent years have been one of the best Premier League sides ever. So if you're going to learn, why not come here and learn?
And you mentioned Che Adams as well. He struggled for consistency in goals, but fantastic header today. How important is he going to be in his sport in getting you out of the relegation zone?
Well, every striker I've worked with scores goals at whatever level. When I've worked at Brighton and so it's not just lower leagues or Championship. When I was at Brighton, I did exactly the same, and strikers get moves. Joe, people like that got moves. Ashley Barnes, and the ones that I've had at Luton have all scored goals and have either gone on for different stuff or are still there scoring goals. So I want us to be a real fluent attacking side. I want us to be aggressive side, and I want to score goals, and Shea's going to be key to that. I thought he was excellent today, really was excellent, and I'm pleased with his contribution.
And a nice moment with the travelling fans as well. I know the reaction to your appointment, especially the reaction to your press conference yesterday, was really positive. So how happy are you that they travelled up in their numbers and singing your game as well?
They're going to be really key to us, because we'll build a rapport with them, but what they have to see first and foremost is a side that they can get right behind, and that's not a side that concedes 3 every week. It's not a side that's easy to beat. It's not a side that is a nearly side, a side that goes after opposition, the side that's aggressive, the side that's hard working, that really wants to entertain and score goals. And by entertain, I don't just mean tippy-tappy foot, I mean by scoring goals, because we want to score goals, we want to win games, we want points, and if we do that, then I'm sure the fans will get right behind it. But we've got a lot to prove, and we will.
Nathan, can I just ask your first half-time team talk with this group of players? I mean, what was that? What was it like? Did you feel like you were a bit restricted, or did you really just tell it to them straight? How did you approach it?
No, look, we showed them. It wasn't anything. It wasn't a rant and a rave or a hairdryer or anything. It was like, look, we are passive at the minute, and we're giving world-class players too much time and space, and then running off the back. And if you do that for another 45 minutes, it'll be a tough afternoon. So we didn't second half. We were more aggressive. We had to tweak the shape, because we felt we could get more pressure on Liverpool, and we did that. And once we did that, I thought we were much better. So tactically, we made a good tactical change, which showed that we can compete at this level tactically. But I was just disappointed with how passive we were first off, because I expected us, with the final game before the break, to just be a little bit more energetic, and we didn't show that.
Nathan, having seen you first and taking your first big charge, what would you feel is the one thing you need to address, or the most important thing to address going forward? Like you talked about clean sheets and maybe that.
We have to make sure we do the basics well, because if you do the basics well and defend well, then you just give yourself a platform. Give yourself a platform to win football matches and stuff, and that's what we have to do. But look, we'll reiterate the basics, we'll work, we'll evolve, we'll get better. The more time I get with them, I promise you, we'll get better. But let's not forget, this is one of the toughest places in world football to come. There's far better sides than us. They've lost here by 3-1 and more. So it's a learning curve for us, and I said we will get better, and that's basically why I've been brought. If we are still making the same mistakes in 6-7 months, then I haven't done my job.
You spoke there about Che Adams, like all your strikers are going to score goals. Do you feel, looking at him, that you can make him even better?
I know I can.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers.